Instagram ads can either be one of the greatest ways to grow your business or a fast way to light money on fire. The difference comes down to a handful of decisions, and in today's video, I'm going to walk through them all. So today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to run Instagram ads the right way. I'm going to be going through two different methods that you can use to run Instagram ads and which one is going to be best for you in your situation. And I'm also going to be going over 5 practical tips to help save you money and get you better results with Instagram ads. So if you're spending money on Instagram ads or thinking about it, be sure to stick around because getting some of these things wrong can really blow through your budget and burn money fast. Now, as I mentioned, there are 2 different ways to run Instagram ads, and we're going to be going through both of them in this video, but I do want you to be aware of the pros and cons of each one so that you can maybe start deciding which option you are wanting to go with. I will have timestamps down below in case you wanted to skip through and just go to the Meta Ads Manager or just to the boosted post, just a heads up. Now, when it comes to running 2 different methods, there is the first one, which is boosting post. Boosting post is when you go into the Instagram platform, whether it's on desktop or the app, and I don't recommend doing it on the app, and I'll show you why in a minute, but go in and boost the post, and it's simple and quick. You can just go in and click a couple buttons and have ads running right away. The cons of this is because it's so simple and quick, there is limited targeting options. There's fewer objectives. You can really only optimize for more video views, for website traffic, or for messages. You can't really optimize for getting a sale or leads if that's what your ultimate objective is for running these ads. And the last thing is it is harder to scale and test new audiences and creatives when you are just boosting posts. But if you're just wanting to get something up quick and easy, then it is the best option. The next option is Meta Ads Manager. And the pros of this is you have more control over your targeting, more objectives, easier to scale, and you can run more A/B tests. The cons of it is it's a little bit more complex and can have a little bit of a learning curve. But long term, if you're going to be running ads for a very long time on side of Instagram, I would recommend learning Meta Ads Manager. So to sum this up, if you are just looking to get some more video views or to get some traffic to your website and you only want to boost maybe 1 or 2 ads or 1 or 2 videos on your Instagram profile, then I would just recommend boosting a post. If you're actually looking to scale up your ad spend and grow a business, I would recommend going with the Meta Ads Manager route. So let's start with the first one, which is the boosted post. And once again, if you wanted to skip through, you could do that by using the timestamps down below. But let's talk about how to boost a post. So in order to start running Instagram ads by boosting a post, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Instagram.com and then go to your profile here. Now, it is important to do this from Instagram.com, not from the app. I know it sounds super easy to just go through and click up buttons inside the app, but if you do that, you are going to be paying a 30% fee. You can see here, if you just Google the Apple tax for Instagram ads, it says when you boost an Instagram post directly in the iOS on iPhone or iPad, Apple adds a 30% fee because it is on the Apple store. So you want to make sure that you do this on desktop to avoid paying 30% more for your clicks. And Instagram is very aware of this. They even have a whole article on how to avoid the Apple fee basically. And the way to do that is to make sure that you are boosting on Instagram.com. So make sure you go to your profile on Instagram.com. Then you're just going to go through, scroll through and find one of the posts that you want to start running. For this one, we'll just grab this one right here, pause this. And next we want to click on the boost post right here. And then this will take us to the option to start running this as an Instagram ad. Now, as I mentioned, the first thing that we're going to want to do is choose our objective. And as we were talking before, you are limited on the objectives with this. You can have someone visit your profile, visit your website, message you, or a mix of actions if you wanted to do that. For most people, you're probably going to want to either have the engagement or the website. For me, I'm going to have them go to our website. And it does say that this is best for online sales, booking, or helping people learn about you. But the problem is this is optimizing just for a website visit. It's not actually optimizing for a purchase or a lead like you can do in the Meta Ads Manager, but it will get you more traffic to your website. So we're going to click on this option right here, and then you're going to scroll down. If you aren't in any of these special requirements, you can flip this on. That's like housing, employment, credit, anything like that. We're not going to be doing that for this one. And then right here is where we can actually do the targeting. And you can see right here, there's this little requirements. If your ad does have AI info, you will want to flip that on. This one doesn't, so we can just leave that off there and hit done. And then we can set up our targeting. Now, you can either just target people similar to your followers if you wanted to go that route, or if you wanted to target specific people, you can click here and actually set up specific targeting. Now, I will say that Instagram's targeting is actually really good for the Advantage Plus audiences. I've gotten to the point now where a lot of times I am using very broad audiences, but if you wanted to get a little bit more targeted, you certainly could do that. You could scroll down here and they kind of have it hidden. There is this additional audience suggestions where you can click this down and you get a little bit more granular where you can change the age ranges if you wanted to and the gender, and then you can even give it a specific interest. So if I hit edit here, I can click on maybe DIY and see what pops up here. And you can see I can target people who are interested in DIY content or home improvement, garden, and different things like that, and then save that. I would just recommend coming here and typing in your keyword or your service and see if there's an interest or audience that you can target. If not, I would recommend going broad and using Facebook's or Instagram's data to be able to find people that are likely to interact with the content and go to your website or message you, whatever objective you choose here. We do need to give this an audience name, so we're going to just call this DIY and hit save there. Oh, and we did not choose a location. That is important. You will want to make sure that you hit edit here and then grab a location. For us, we are going to be targeting the United States. So we're going to type that in right here and target United States and hit save, and then we can save that audience. And the last thing for us to do is to set a daily budget. So here you can set this all the way up to $2,000 per day if you want to, or all as little as $1 a day. Most people start off small and then they can scale it up as time goes on. Once you are happy with the budget, then you can set to run this until you pause it, or set a duration. Say that you wanted to run it for 6 days or 5 days. You can set that here. This is the total amount that you will pay. Once again, make sure you're doing this on the desktop. If you run this on mobile, you'll see it's $36 plus another 30% that you'd be paying on top of this. So then once you're happy with this, then you get this to the point and then you can boost reel, and that will be start running inside of Instagram. Okay, then it's going to ask for your card information. Then you hit confirm and the post will then start to boost. All right, and you see now our ad is under review. And then once again, it reminds us keep boosting on Instagram.com to save 30% on the Apple service fee. So then we can hit OK here. And after your ad is live, if you want to see the results of it, you can come over here to the dashboard, and this will show you the current stats for this particular boosted post. You can see the views, the website visits, the spend, and the audience. And then here's where you can delete that ad if you are done running it on a daily budget for whatever reason, or you can learn more about this specific ad. But now let's talk about the next way that you can run ads inside of Instagram, and that is using the Meta Ads Manager. Full transparency, this is pretty much exclusively how I run ads inside of Instagram specifically. There's just way more controls and you can get a lot better results using the Ads Manager. So let's talk about how to run it in the Ads Manager. So this is the Meta Ads Manager in case you aren't familiar. I know it can look a little bit intimidating. Now, setting this up can take a little bit. I have a full tutorial down below on how to set up the Facebook Ads Manager, or the Meta Ads Manager is what it's called now. A lot of people get confused because they think that if they're in the Facebook Ads Manager that they can't run Instagram ads, but that's not the case. From the Meta Ads Manager, you can run both of them. So once you are inside of this view and have this set up, like I said, if you don't know how to get to here, then check out the link down below or this video right here. So in order to start running Instagram ads, what we're going to do is come over here and click on this create button to create a campaign. And you can see here's all the different objectives that we can choose. And you see there's a lot more inside of here versus boosting an ad. We have a sales objective, a lead objective, engagement, traffic, awareness, and app promotion. And for this one, we're going to go with the lead objective. So we're going to hit continue here. And the setup is very similar for all these objectives. So don't worry if you choose a different objective here. And you can give this campaign whatever name you want. I like to call this leads prospecting. So it's the objective that I have and then kind of the audience that I'm going to be targeting, which is going to be net new people that are prospecting or haven't heard of my business. From here, you can choose a campaign budget or an ad set budget. If you're just getting started off, I would recommend using this campaign budget. And here's where you can set your daily budget. You can go as low as $1 a day pretty much if you wanted to get started with this. I would recommend starting around 10 to 15, depending on what your business may be. For this example, we'll just keep it at 20. And then you can scroll down here. And then this is where you can set up an A/B test if you wanted to go that route, but we're going to go through and hit next on this. So I'm going to call this USA Advantage Plus because that's the targeting that we're going to be using. And then Insta for Instagram placements. Now I'll show you later, you can show only on Instagram or you can show up on all of Meta's platforms, and I'll show you how to customize that in just a minute. Here we can then choose the conversion location. So if we wanted to send people to our website, we could do that to Instant Forms, Messenger, Instagram calls, or any of these ones. For this one, I want to send them to actually send me a message on Instagram Messenger. It's then going to ask us which Facebook page we want to use to help promote it. And don't worry, if you don't have a Facebook page, you can quickly spin one up or connect one here. And then it will ask for the goal, which is the maximum number of leads. And then we can scroll down here, and this is where we can actually set the start date of this campaign. So for this one, we're going to have it start today, but you can set an end date if you wanted to here. We're going to scroll down, and right here inside of the audiences, you can choose to be a little bit more specific. I prefer to let Facebook go through and actually find my targeting based off of my ad copy and the landing page that I'm giving it. But if you wanted to give it more suggestions, you can scroll down here and give it some more suggestions. Like for example, if we wanted to target people who are interested in DIY or home improvement, you can see there are a ton of options here that will pop up and we can target those. But like I said, best practices, I like to keep this fairly broad so that Facebook can go and find, or Instagram can go and find the people that I want to target. Now, the next thing here is the really important part if you're only wanting to run ads on Instagram. Now, full transparency, a lot of times when I'm running ads on Instagram, I also run them on Facebook and vice versa, and I'll compare the data to see which one performs better. But if you are only wanting to run them on Instagram, then this is where you would do that. You can see under the platforms here, it's kind of hidden. So there's these little settings, there's the account control, and then right here, there's the show more settings. You can click this down, and right here, there is this button to edit the platforms. If you click on this, then you can exclude Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and Audience Network as well. Now, if you wanted to customize even a little bit more, what you can do is you can click on this little button right here, and it has a drop down of all the different places where you would show up on Instagram. So you can see Instagram feed, Instagram profile feed, Instagram home explore. If you didn't want to show up there, you could get out of that, or the stories as well. You can see you can opt out of Instagram Reels or stories. I don't know why you would, but that is an option as well. So just keep that in mind if you are only wanting to run this on Instagram. And now we're going to come down here. We're going to hit the next button. And this is where we are actually going to build our ad. Now, when you get here, you'll notice you'll be able to give this ad a name. So you can give it whatever name you want, and then scroll down here. And then there is the identity. Now, this is important. You can see right here, it has the Facebook page, but now we want to make sure that we add the Instagram profile. Now, if you went through and followed the tutorial that I have linked down below on how to set up your Meta Ads Manager, then you've already linked your Instagram profile. But if if you have it and you see something like this is where you can actually go through and connect your profile, or you can click the drop down menu to see if your Instagram profile is here. For this one, we're just going to do the Zoco marketing one, but if you need to find it, just hit connect profile, and then it will ask you to log into your Instagram account to then connect that right here. So that's how you could quickly connect your Instagram account to run ads from that specific Instagram account. And if your Instagram account is connected, you have the option to either create an ad, so you can upload a new video or image, or if you're wanting to run an ad from your Instagram account, you can click on this little button right here and choose use existing post. From here, you'll be able to select all the posts that are inside of your Instagram account. So you can see I can go through and grab one of these and I can hit continue, and then it will show up on the right hand side. This is what the ad will look like. And the nice thing about doing it this way is any of the views or engagement inside of the actual ad will actually show on the organic post as well. And then if you wanted to use some of the AI features that Meta has, you can click on here, and there are some Meta features that you can opt into. You can see there are relevant contents or enhanced CTA, so it will change the CTA to get you the best results possible. So you can look at those and opt into those if you want to. I would leave it on the default on if you're just getting started, whatever Meta is recommending here. And then down below here is where if you are using Messenger as your optimization, you can have a AI generated start the chat, or you can do an automated chat or advanced setup here. For me, I'm just going to keep it on this default, and then we can scroll down here, and now our ad is ready to publish. We can click publish here, or if you wanted to, you could do an advanced preview and look at a preview of the ads. Right now it's being kind of slow to load for whatever reason, but if you just give this a second, usually you'll be able to see what your ad will end up looking like at the Instagram feed, stories, reels, profile, and then all the other options down here as well. And once you're happy with the ad setup, all that's left to do is to hit publish. Oh, you can see here now after a minute it said the video is ready. It just took a second for it to load. So then you can come over here and you can look at the previews of the ad and what it will look like, and then you can go back and then hit publish, and you are good to go. So now your ad is launched on Instagram, but there are some important tips that I want to go over to make sure that you save money and get the best results possible. And in order to do that, we're going to jump into an account here, and I want to show you some different settings. So after your ad is live inside of Ads Manager, you're going to see something like this where you have your campaign. Now these are all blurred out, but I want to jump into the accounts to give you an idea on what this looks like after you start to build these out. Now, one of the first important tips is to make sure that you are looking at the actual metrics of the ad, whether you're optimizing towards leads or purchases. This account is optimizing towards purchases, so you can see that we have the purchases coming through and the amount of those purchases, and then we can even see the return on investment. Now, if you wanted to change any of the settings inside of here to see more metrics, you can click on the columns here, and you can go over to the customize columns button here, and then inside of here you can add any sort of metric. For this one, another really good one if you're optimizing towards sales is your ROAS, so your result ROAS. You can hit save here, and then you can scroll over to the right, and then it will give you an idea on the ROAS for these specific campaigns. Now, tip number 2 is to make sure that you give your ad some time to breathe. And what I mean by that is when you launch an ad, don't touch any of these settings or anything for the next 3 to 4 days so that it can collect data. After it's collected that data, then feel free to adjust budgets or ramp it up, ramp it down, pause it, change the ad, whatever it may be, but give it at least 3 to 4 days so that it has the best chance to get out of the learning phase and to get you the best results possible. Tip number 3 is the breakdown tab. So if you come into the Ads Manager and you are looking here and you want to see the breakdown on the performance based on placement inside of Instagram, or if you're running Meta ads as well, you can click on breakdown right here, and then you can do platform. Once you click on that, it's going to give you a breakdown of the performance for each individual platform. So you can see Instagram, Facebook, Threads, or Audience Network. And if you wanted an even more granular view, you can scroll down here to the delivery, and then instead of platform, click on placements. And then inside of here, you'll be able to see the performance based on individual placements. So you can see Facebook notifications, Facebook Reels, or if you're just running towards Instagram, you can see Instagram Reels versus Instagram Stories versus Threads, whatever it may be. So with this data, you can go in and opt out of some of the platforms or placements that aren't performing as well. And the last tip that I wanted to give you is just a handful of tools that I found really useful when I am running Instagram ads. The first one is called Foreplay. This is a way for you to spy on competitors' ads and to save ads in specific boards, as you can see in the left-hand side here, where I can look at specific copy that I've saved. So it's an easy way for me to find ad creative when I am wanting to run ads on Instagram. The next one is one called Arc Ads. If you are wanting to create UGC AI ads or AI images, this is my go-to platform right now. It's Arc Ads. The next one is Unbounce for landing pages. So if you wanted to create a new landing page to send traffic to or to increase your conversion rates, Unbounce is the tool that I prefer to use. I use Claude a lot to write copy and get ideas for text that I should use inside of the Facebook ads. I use Billo if I want a real person to create a video for me. So you can send them your product and they will go through and talk about that product and send you the video back. It's a really good service. And then finally, I use ClickCease to prevent click fraud and bots clicking on the ads. So if you want to check out any of these, most of them have free trials or things that you can get started with down below in the description. I appreciate your time and we'll see you in the next video.